Hi, my name is Natasha Scruggs, and I am here on a Monday. Happy Monday, Motivational Monday. And I keep getting a lot of questions in regards to hiring an attorney. I do have my own law firm. It is called the Scruggs Law Firm. It is located in Kansas City, Missouri. And we handle criminal, we also handle traffic. And another thing that we do is we do personal injury law. If you wanted to know what hat I have on today, it's our Just Us hat for the Just Us System campaign. You can purchase this hat at justussystem.org. You can also find out about my community efforts on there, such as the Future Lawyers Camp, the future bail fund that we will have here in Missouri, and other things of that nature. So, a few questions that I had is number one, how much does a lawyer cost? Now, when it comes to getting legal services, the costs vary, and they vary because of the factors. Now, say if you get into a car accident, which is our primary, that's our primary practice area, which is personal injury. If you get into a car accident, an attorney will likely charge you nothing up front. It will be most likely no upfront cost to you. The attorney will handle all of the upfront setting up with the chiropractor, retrieving the bills and records. The only thing that will end up happening is attorneys charge a contingency fee. That is a fee that will happen only if the attorney is able to recover for you for your case. If the attorney is able to recover, the statutory minimum in Missouri is 33 and a third percent of the total case cost. In other states, it may vary. Now, some people charge above the statutory minimum, such as 40%, 44%, 45%. My law firm, we don't do that. The only way that we charge over is if we have to go to trial or we have to do some sort of trial activity. Other than that, it'll be a strict 33 and a third percent. Now, when it comes to criminal and traffic matters, that varies based on what kind of traffic case or criminal case you have. The only way for you to truly know is to call up your local law firm and ask them based on your case. Now, another question I get is, do I have a case? That's a very, broad question as well. And when it comes to having a case, the attorney would have to look deep into all of the factors. What time did this incident occur? You know, were there injuries? If we're talking about personal injury, did you have insurance? Did the other person have insurance? So there's various factors that come into play when you want to know if you have a case or not, a personal injury case, such as a car accident, workers' compensation, or slip and fall. And when it comes to a criminal case, if you want to know if you can fight these criminal charges, then how much evidence does the prosecution have? How much evidence do you have? Are there other witnesses? Are there other potential defendants? All of these things together coincide and go into determining if you have a good case or not. Another thing, what should I do? So, what should I do if I get into a car accident? I would advise anybody when they get into a car accident to number one, call the police because you need to make a police report documenting what happened at this accident. Another thing I would say to get checked because a lot of times people don't think that they need to get checked after an accident. However, when you get into a car accident, most of the time you have soft tissue injuries, meaning you will not be able to see them, but they will be there. If you do not get checked, you run the risk of having an injury that you do not know of, and it might be too late once you figure it out. So I would say get in the ambulance and go to the hospital. If you don't want to get in the ambulance, you can drive. But I would advise just to get into the ambulance, get checked out, go get some help, and then seek out an attorney immediately. Because these insurance companies, they are their main ideal is to adjust the amount that you will be paid. They will want to pay you the least to do the most. And um, if I were in an accident, the first thing that I would do is call the police, talk to the other driver, get their insurance information, go to the hospital and get checked, and also call my local trusted attorney. If you are in Missouri, you can call my law firm, the Scruggs Law Firm, and I'll put that information below. Um, if you what should you do if you get a traffic ticket? I would say do not argue with the officer Once they're writing you a ticket, take the ticket and call an attorney immediately. That attorney will be able to determine if there was adequate amount of information in order to get the ticket, if there was probable cause to assign you a ticket, and if they did a search and seizure, if it was valid. The attorney will be able to, in Missouri, we were able to negotiate down and get you a new recommendation so that you would not have a ticket that will impact your license, inadvertently making your insurance go up. If you are charged with a criminal charge, then I would say call an attorney immediately so that the attorney can adjust and assure, so that the attorney can assess, I apologize, assess your case and assure that you have a good case, and also ensure that the prosecutors are not doing a frivolous charge on you, and also making them do their job. The last frequently asked question that I get is, how can I afford an attorney? And I would say that when it comes to a personal injury matter, your attorney will likely not charge you anything up front. Now, when it comes to criminal or traffic matters, you will have an upfront charge. You will either have a flat fee charge, like my office likes to do, or you will end up having a hourly fee. Either way, I think that most people can afford an attorney. They just don't think that they can. Most attorneys will offer you a payment plan if you cannot afford the upfront retainer. I would say call an attorney, call your local attorney and find out what can you get, what type of contingency fee, what type of payment plan can you get. Do not just assume that you cannot afford an attorney, because you might be able to afford an attorney. All right. Now, if there's no more questions on this live, this is my first time doing it. I will continue to do it. You can find my law firm, www.scruggsfirm.com. You will also be able to find our Facebook page at the Scruggs Law Firm. You can like our Facebook page. You can find me on Twitter at Attorney Scruggs. You can find me on Instagram at Attorney Scruggs. And I will be able to answer any and all of your questions. Just send them my way. Thank you.